Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Hey everyone, checking in on the market. So things got a little wild with the FOMC as anticipated. We saw an initial bullish reaction, and then during the conference, we saw a complete turnaround, 180 turnaround, and bearish reaction. You can see the upper wick where we topped out, and then just a complete dump to the low of the day at the end of the day. Some talk of stocks being overvalued, but we still have a daily uptrend. So what I'm watching are the two sectors, the tech sector and the financial sector. If they both lose their daily uptrend, we're going to look for SPY to see weekly consolidation. We currently still have the daily middle Bollinger Band as support and the daily higher low as support. So again, the adjusted level is 287.73, adjusted for the dividend. If that confuses you, just look at SPX. So we have 4 red days. We're coming down to test supports. We're going to see how much weakness we see in the short term. The financial sector is oversold on the hourly time frame. If we head into tomorrow morning with the hourly RSI at the same levels as we ended the day on XLF, I'm not going to be looking for the financial sector to see a whole lot of downside before we see at least an oversold bounce on the hourly. As far as the tech sector goes, we'll look at QQQ in just a second. SPY has not lost the exponential support on the weekly time frame in months. If we lose these levels, we could see a pretty solid pullback. But again, the daily uptrend is still intact at this point, and it has been for 3 months. So just keep that in mind. We have to lose the daily uptrend as signal number 1 for the bears to prove anything. IWM has been the weakest market, and it's continuing with lower highs and lower lows. So at this point, the weekly chart is looking at the middle Bollinger Band and the uptrend. I'm looking at support of 164.71 and 163.64. If those levels hold, the bulls stay in control of the weekly time frame, although we have already lost the daily uptrend, and we've pretty much been pulling back the entire month of September. QQQ, big upper wick, another one that had a complete turnaround. XLK is a little bit weaker than QQQ. They're both very heavily weighted in the tech sector, but they are different to a certain degree. So we are still in an uptrend. The tech sector still has space to work with this daily higher low pattern. Anything above 180, 130 will keep those bulls in full control. We have a new resistance level, 185.99, 187.18, the all-time high. So it's all about the bulls. Can they hold the higher low and keep the 50-day moving average support? And we're likely going to find out in the next couple of days. So while the tech sector did turn around from strength this morning, overall, we still closed pretty much where we closed yesterday, even a little bit higher. So weekly time frame for QQQ, if we lose the daily uptrend, we're going to be looking back to test the weekly middle Bollinger Band, and it will be the first significant consolidation we've seen in a few weeks. We did have a pretty solid pullback a month ago, but didn't really get a whole lot of follow through as we never lost the daily uptrend. So XLF, bull move heading into FOMC, bear move selling off into the actual day, and of course today as well. Daily uptrend still intact, 27.85 key support. We held it by 5 pennies. Bulls really need to hold that level. If we lose the daily uptrend in the financial sector, that is red flag number 1 on the market as a whole. Then the tech sector has to lose the daily uptrend. Then we look for SPY weekly consolidation. So at this point, we're very extended. We've closed at the low of the day 4 days in a row. Hourly RSI is very oversold on XLF. Even if we do break support, we're not going to anticipate a lot of follow through for the bears. But then on a bounce, we would be looking for a lower high and then potential continuation for the bears. So this weekly time frame, after going bullish over the last couple of months, definitely struggling at the upper Bollinger Band. Now a pretty solid pullback. Tomorrow's a pretty important day. Can the financial sector hold this daily uptrend, or does it get lost? VIX on the daily chart today give us a little higher low and then higher high. Next resistance after 13.13 is 13.75. A little bit different look for UVXY and TVIX. They have clear resistance levels. TVIX topped out at the high of Monday and it broke it by 1 penny. So essentially a double top there, where you can see VIX was not a double top. So clear resistance levels on UVXY and TVIX to be watching tomorrow. Ideal scenario would be if the bulls could break those levels during regular trading and we could see the follow through from that clear signal. But other than that, we're watching the daily uptrends. And again, yes, we're seeing some bearish action. We're seeing FUD articles, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. We see that all the time in speculative markets. The Canadian MJ market sees it when the market wants a pullback. Crypto certainly has been seeing it for 8 months. And we're now seeing it in the S&P 500, and they're all coming out. There's multiple of them. It's definitely an agenda. The question is, are we going to lose these daily uptrends? Because right now, every important sector that I'm watching still has a daily uptrend, and it's just the first starting signs of they are potentially at risk. And the next couple of days are going to be very telling to let us know, are we going to break these support levels, or are the bulls going to be able to maintain higher lows and see a bounce play out from here? So tomorrow morning, we'll have a very clear picture on terms of what the XLF RSI is to start the morning on the hourly time frame, and we'll see if those supports break or not. Hope you have a good night, and we'll see you soon.